Welcome to the Strategic Cybersecurity channel brought to you by NKFP. If you are new to this channel, thanks for joining us. We're glad to have you. Today we are continuing our series on transitioning from CISOs, from security engineers to CISOs. Our main focus today will be the security budget for CISOs. Basically, just recall the definition of a CISO. A CISO is an executive that is responsible to laying out the cybersecurity strategy of an organization. Responsible cybersecurity strategy of the organization. So he's an executive that is responsible for the cybersecurity strategy of the organization. As I said, our main focus today is the security budget. CISOs has to think like business leaders when it's time to talk about cybersecurity budget. Why? If they don't speak in business terms, the cybersecurity budget will not be funded, and that is going to have frustrated business leaders on the side, and you will not have a proper cybersecurity strategy that is funded. Is going to be a major setback, drawback for the organization. So this video is going to be divided in two parts. The first part, we're going to describe what is a recipe for disaster when you are preparing your budget. If your budget is laid out in this manner, so you are more focused on technology cost, right? You are describing features, bell and whistle, without any outcome in terms of business. You are unable to quantify business value. If you present a security budget like this to the CFO, it's going to be underfunded or it's going to be denied. And this is going to create frustration within the stakeholders or the business leader of the organization. What is the approach I use during VCISO service consultation with organization? It's a return investment strategy preparation for budget. We are going to, as I said, what is most important for an organization is the critical assets. We are going to lay out first the business outcome that is linked to the organization goal, and we are going to quantify risk reduction value and calculate risk avoidance. This will demonstrate how we are going to protect revenue protection. So basically, once you have the critical assets, when you understand the profit centers of the organization, you can define the reason that the organization exists, what are the key services that are driving revenue, and once you align the expectation of the business leader with the expectation, when the business leader when you have the expectation of the business leader, they are going to derive the goal of the organization, and your cybersecurity strategy has to be aligned with the goal of the organization. So in the preparation of the budget, you're going to demonstrate that your strategy is going to be a revenue protection driver. You can have different parts in the budget depending on the organization, but most of the time you are going to have a risk reduction part, a cost avoidance, the revenue protection, and you also have a grow enabler. The grow enabler part of the security strategy when you are doing your budget preparation will be used to, I will take just an example to be compliant. Let's imagine, let's face that this example, an organization want to have branches in Europe. In that case, you have to be GDPR compliant if you're going to use EU citizen within your organization. In the Grow Enabler part, you can add, for example, a key area for the compliance in terms of return of investment for that. And the third part will be, how do we calculate the ROE for this critical asset? I used to have a mix. I can, for 3 to 4 critical assets for the first year, I can use quantitative risk assessment. And for the remaining, I will use, for the security team, I will use qualitative. But for the business leaders, all quantitative. It should be values. The risk should not be qualitative, only quantitative. And when you use that preparation that I just laid out for the ROE business strategy, where you have the value first budget that is in place, where you demonstrate that you can protect revenue, the different investment category that are part of your budget, like risk reduction, growth enabler, and cost avoidance, you can have all the elements to calculate the ROE for each specific business problem. In this case, the ROE will be calculated. You have the annual loss expectancy for the assets, so you can have the risk reduction percentage of the control that's going to be put in place, the cost avoidance calculation, and you are going to derive the ROE. That is going the part that is going to be included on the justification part of the security budget. So once you apply this, you are going to, if you want, for example, you take an example, to implement a security awareness training within the organization to reduce the level of phishing, you first identify the business problem. Let's face it, we can say that you have like 20% of phishing success rate that are causing incidents. That is a business problem. What would be the solution? The solution is that you want to reduce the 20% rate, let's say, to 5%. This is the solution. What is the value? You can say that 150K annual cost avoidance, right? And you are going to invest 25K annually, and you, based on that, you calculate the return to investment. When you present each specific problem in that manner, the problem, the solution, the value of the solution, the investment, and the ROE, guess what? CFO are going to be happy. They are going to approve such security budget because you are showing that your cyber security strategy is a business enabler for the organization. Chief Financial Officer, they approve investment, not expenses. So make your security budget an investment in business value, not, therefore you will be viewed no longer as a cost center, but as a business enabler for the organization. Thanks for watching, and until then, stay tuned. Bye.